At the age of 80, if you can still do these three things, congratulations, your body is actually younger by at least a decade. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But this isn't just a pep talk, it's the truth, backed by science. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because I'm going to reveal three simple things that secretly measure your health and your longevity. And number three will surprise you, because it has nothing to do with muscles, but everything to do with your brain. If you want to know whether your body is aging too fast or staying young, you need to watch all the way through. Don't click away, because you might miss the golden signal. That could decide your future. Most people think that at age 80, life is all about canes, wheelchairs, or spending more time in bed than on your feet. But the truth? That's not always the case. Some 80-year-olds still go for morning walks. They still drive themselves to the store. And yes, some still dance with friends. So what makes the difference? It comes down to three simple actions you're about to hear. Geriatric experts call them the silent tests. No clinic required, no machines. Yet they reveal more than a blood test. So, what's the very first sign of true vitality at 80? It may look simple, but it tells you more than you think. The first one is standing up from a chair without using your hands. Sounds too easy, right? But this is actually one of the strongest signs of longevity. Scientists call it the sit-to-stand test. A study of over 2,000 older adults in Brazil discovered those who could stand without their hands had an 84% lower risk of dying in the next 6 years. Why? Because this one small move requires your whole body, your lower body muscles, your balance, and the nervous system that controls it all. If, at 80, you can still do this, congratulations, you hold the key to independence. You don't need anyone to pull you up. That's dignity. That's freedom in old age. But if someone can't stand up on their own, it's not just about weak muscles. It's a warning sign that the entire body is slipping into decline. Now, let's move on to the second sign. This one isn't about sitting, it's about moving forward. The second one is walking at a brisk pace without getting out of breath. Walking speed isn't just a habit, it's a vital sign of longevity. Scientists even call it the sixth vital sign, on par with heart rate and blood pressure. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found older adults who walked faster lived longer, regardless of gender or health conditions. If you can walk for a few minutes at a normal or quick pace without gasping for air, that means your heart, your lungs, your circulation are still working like someone 10 years younger. In Japan, the country with the longest lifespan in the world, older folks often join walking clubs. Some are 85, even 90 years old, and still walk every morning, chatting with friends. That steady walking rhythm keeps their minds sharp, their hearts strong, and their lives longer. Here's the surprising part. Walking speed is closely tied to brain health. People who walk faster are less likely to develop dementia compared to those who walk slowly. So if you're 80 and still walking briskly, it's not just your body that's strong, it's your mind too. And finally, let's talk about the third sign. This one may surprise you because it's less about muscles and more about your brain. The third one is balancing on one leg for at least 10 seconds. Sounds like a kid's game, right? But actually, it's a test of your entire nervous system. A study in Japan with more than 1,400 older adults found those who couldn't balance for 10 seconds on one leg were twice as likely to die early. Why? Because balance reflects the health of your brain, your nerves, your reflexes, and your muscle coordination. When balance is gone, the risk of falling skyrockets, and a fall at 80 can be the most dangerous blow of all. Many older adults, after just one hip fracture, never get back on their feet again But if you can stand tall on one leg at 80, that means your brain is still youthful. You're still in command of your body, not the other way around. But listen, don't get discouraged if you can't do all three right now. The goal is not perfection. Your body is like a garden. Sometimes it flourishes, sometimes it weakens, but as long as you keep caring for it, it can always recover. So what can you do starting today? First, practice gentle strength. Stand up and sit down a few times each day. Second, walk daily. Doesn't have to be far, just consistent. Third, train your balance. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth or while waiting for the kettle to boil. Remember, small steps. Lay the foundation for big changes. If you're 80 and you can do all three of these, give yourself a smile because you're not just adding years to your life. You're adding quality, dignity, and strength. 80 is not the end. It can be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with wisdom, resilience, and joy. If you found this video helpful, hit like, share it with friends your age, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-based health tips that keep your body and mind young. And remember, your body may be 80 years old, but your spirit and your strength can stay decades younger if you care for it the right way.